Demorando. Hello, YouTube. Morning. The topic today, it's about how technology shape careers.
What happened?
I think she's gone. I think the connection
Lost.
has fallen. She's back now.
Mhm.
Sorry, guys. I think I have a problem with my connection, my internet connection. I need to return. Guys, my name is Katiana. I'm a host here on Talk and Talk today. The topic today it's about how the technology shape our careers. I need to explain a little things about the Talk and Talk. I'm not a teacher. I'm a host here for help with the other colleagues. And the Talk and Talk, it's a platform for learn English, Spanish, Italian, and I don't remember the other language, but we have other language here. We have a direction for do this immersion, respect to other time for each other speaking. It's very important. Don't correct the other person because the English it's new for everyone and it's part of our process. When you make a mistake, it's part of the process for learning a new language. And I think it's this about the Talk and Talk. Now I think it's a time for introduce myself. My name is Katiana. I'm from Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm 4 years old. I'm 4 years old. I work in the engineer area with new projects in the ESG area in the oil and gas in one in the oil and gas company in Brazil. And please, Arthur, introduce yourself and choose another talker for introduce after you.
Thank you, Katiana. Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur. I'm 35 years old and I live in Claro, countryside of São Paulo. I'm married and I have a son. I have two pets too. I'm a civil engineer, but I'm open to work now, and I am here in Talk and Talk since July last year, improving my English. And for me, it was a very opportunity that I discovered. And in my free time, I like to watch series movies. I like to play the guitar too, and that's it. What about you, Washner?
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Washner Takeuchi. I'm currently living in Cuiabá, state of Mato Grosso. I was born in São Paulo, Mogi das Cruzes, but now I'm living here. Uh, I have a degree in analysis system and development. I work with tech. I'm software developer nowadays, and in my free time, I usually go out with my dog. I have a dog. I'm dog lovers. And I love to go fishing with my father. I have a girlfriend. I live with her. And that's it about me. How about you, Christian?
Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Jimenez. I am Bolivian. However, I currently live here in Brazil, Curitiba, Paraná. I work in your same field. I work as a full stack software developer. I currently play the role of tech lead in my company here in Brazil. I have been living here in Brazil for 2 years. I got relocated in 2024 But last year we decided to move here to Curitiba, Paraná with my wife. So I am married. I am 36 years old. In my free time, really enjoy watching different movies, series as well. Even though, although I don't have so much time for watching series nowadays, but there are times that I try to do it. I really enjoy playing football as well, playing volleyball and singing as well. And those are some activities I really enjoy doing. And that's it.
Thank you, guys. About the question number one, how was technology transformed traditional profession over the years? I choose you, Arthur, because you engineer. It's like it's similar with my professional. Do you see this movement in your career?
Yeah, totally agree. Because I think that civil is a traditional area inside of engineers, and but I have to say that when I started to work with the place that I work, the place that I work at don't didn't have a computer, only the papers, only projects in papers, uh, pedidos in papers too. But nowadays we have tablets, we have everyone have his computer, his notebook, and a lot of softwares that help that engineers work with, like the famous is AutoCAD is the biggest one. It's not so recently, but I think that's the first one. But if you are a calculus engineer, there is three important softwares. If you are a project like big structures, you have a civil 3D. So if you are a purchasing engineer, you have a software that help you to file to buy and to. So I think that the technology in civil area increased a lot of sectors and really have a big impact because um, when I did my degree, I didn't have um, uh, this kind of softwares, but now I have to learn how to use because if you are in a civil area or engineer area, you have it's a obligation to know how to use because if you don't know how to use, you are in the past. So for me, it's directly um, transformed.
Thank you, Arthur. Washner and Krishna, it's work with technology. But for you, Washner, after this pandemic, you think it's your professional, it's transformed with technology more fast, for example?
Yes, of course. After pandemic today, there are many works from home, for example, and internet transformed all a profession. For example, without the internet, we can do not this class, for example, and maybe that's why transformed a lot all of them. I think so.
And you, Christian? Thank you, Washner. And you, Christian?
So I think that technology has changed so much the way that we work nowadays. Even more in our area that it's software development. Internet already existed before COVID, obviously, and different, and we were creating application, we doing different things. But after, in the middle of the COVID, something that happened and what it's so interesting is the boom of technology, because we were in our houses and nobody were able to go to work, or open their companies, or open the little or middle businesses in all of the world. And they started applying technology for working, for selling their products. And that's why our career in our create grow out so fastly, and it didn't stop it. Nowadays I think that there are a lot of opportunities for software developers around the world. We are still and the technologies are changing so fast. There are a lot of new technologies that appear every single day that you have to learn, or if you want to maintain your a good position, or you want to be well positioned on the marketplace, you have to be able to work with different technologies. Yeah, I think that COVID has changed everything, and too much in my area, for example.
Guys, thank you, Kristen. I finished my degree 17 years ago. It's totally different in the engineer, like Arthur said. In that time, we have a computer and it's all go to the factory, because I'm my engineer, I work in the ECG area, and it's usually I go to the factory, middle of the employers and other things. But now, for example, after this pandemic, I work in the oil and gas company with the ESG area for new projects in this area. When the pandemic start and the company puts everyone at home, work at home, I I don't remember thinking English in the past, but eu pensei, no, it's not possible for the engineers work at home, but it's possible. I think this pandemic, it's bad for when you see for many aspects, but it's in the engineer area, the movement, it's very fast, and now it's possible for us work remotely. For example, I work at home and I love work at home because I have my daughter has 7 years. And when I think with this movement, 70 years ago, it's not possible. Anyone need an engineer for work from home. And it's totally different. Now we have data, and all the engineers need to use data, numbers for every situation. For example, now I need to use Power BI for different things. In the past, I don't, for me, my profession, I don't need to use Power BI for develop a dashboard, but I need study and use in my area. And I think with this movement, everyone needs to do more for use the technology in different areas, because if you don't study, probably you don't have a good jobs in 10 years, for example. Because I think it's not possible. The movement with technology, I think it's very fast. When we compare 4 years ago, it's totally different. In the engineer area, it's crazy. For example, in the past, when you need to see, I think, for example, in the FPSO. FPSO is a unit for producing oil and gas in middle of the sea. We need to use a helicopter. I don't remember helicopter in English. For go to the middle of the sea, the engineers see the problem, return to the coast, and after this, programming the one program for return that now we use the Google Glass. One person in the FPSO in the ship, and other person here in the coast, and the engineers see the problems with the Google Glass. One engineer here, other guy in the middle of the sea. It's more fast for resolve problem, and it's one good example of in my area. But now I need to move on for the question number 2. What role does automation play in reshaping job tasks? I start with you, Christian. The question number 2.
Sure. Automation. Okay.
Automation, I
Well,
think.
Well, in my area, I think that it's so important because, for instance, in the past, if we wanted to deliver some solution rapidly or fastly, we had to do everything manually. For example, if we wanted to update the site or the application that we offer to our clients, we had to compile the libraries, we had to compile the code, then we had to copy that code or the assemblies and copy and paste in the server, something like that, and apply different scripts in the database engine. And it's kind of a summary of the process that we had to do in the past. Nowadays we have different tools, like in my case we use Azure DevOps that help us with the CI/CD, that is the continuous integration and continuous integration and continuous deployment. That's automated the process of deliver the new application or the updated application. All of that process that I told you nowadays is automatic. You just you just have to write your code, and someone else has to start that process, and that delivery of the application is automatic. And obviously you can provide solutions faster than the past, and it's so important nowadays because the clients normally have or they want to have the application updated. Yeah, that's a little example of something that has helped automation nowadays in my area. What about you, Oshimar? What do you have for sharing with us?
Me? Okay. And no. Number 2. Job. Okay. Today we have several automation in many areas. In my case, I making my home code, for example, and I can share it on GitHub, and other people can analyze and correct it and give me an answer in real time. It's very nice to do. So it ends up the same as if we were in person, and it's amazing, not change if you are so far or in person. Maybe that's it. How about you, Arthur?
I think that the like Katiana said, the pandemic changed the way that managers, bosses are looking the process, and I think that this change it will happen, but maybe in 10 years, and the pandemic adiantou isso. So I think that the automation became an important process in your job. Thinking about if you have a process that you can use artificial intelligence to help you and to do in a process if you have this process you can do with a computer or software that will have that you oh caramba, hoje tá difícil, that you help you to do many things in a short time. I think that's the way that automation can help you and change the things that nowadays is working. Like Katiana said, if in the past you had to go in with a helicopter in a place to see, to study and back, but now it's different. Now you can see in the same time in your home, and you can do a lot of things almost in the same time. So I think that's automation and the process changed and the make this the antigos process changed too fast nowadays. So I think that's the important automation tasks.
Guys, I think this movement, it's not possible stop at this movement. I think in different areas we have this movement with automation, and I think 7 years ago, I work in a factory who produces refrigerantes, bebidas. I don't remember this thing, drinks. I don't remember the name of refrigerant in English. And sodas. Oh, thank you, Arthur. And we have, in that time, we have 1,000 and probably 200 employees in this factory. But it's an old factory. It's all the time this factory stopped because have a mechanical problem with the machines. And in that time, the company have a new idea and develop a new factory in other state in Rio de Janeiro. And this factory, it's all automation. When we start the process and finish the process, we have 1,000 and more employees, but there we have 200 employees, because all machines do all the things. The machine is we have the engineers for develop the codes and make all the things automation, and for example, when we have put the products in no caminhão, we have the employees for driving the forklift, the empilhadeira. There we don't have these guys. all the process, it's automation. And after, I think 1 year after this factory open, the company choose the close this company where I work, because when you compare the process of totally automation and with employers, it's not possible we stay with a very old factory open. And I see this movement in Brazil with different areas. And I think the process of automation sometimes it's need, because, for example, old factory, você gasta muito dinheiro, but, for example, we put in the street, você coloca na rua muita gente que só fez isso a vida inteira. Então, assim, it's very different for us, because I think everyone need to understand about this movement. I think it's necessary, but the government needs to see this movement and improve other things for this kind of employers, study more, or go to the other area for working, because we have different factories, different factories in Brazil. And imagine if all the factories, for example, do automation in your process, we don't have job for these guys. And sometimes these guys work during our life, a vida inteira in this with this job. I see this in this factory, and they say, no, it's necessary, move on with the technology. Now I see these things in more important. Sorry, guys, because my brain today, it's not working very fast. Sorry. Christian, choose one question for us, please.
Let's go to the number 8. What impact does technology have on work-life balance and productivity? May I respond as well? Okay. What impact does technology have on work-life balance and productivity? Well, I would say the impact is it's huge nowadays, because we have technology everywhere. We have our cell phones with different applications. In my area, it's something that we use every single day, technology. So I think that we have to create that, have a work-life balance and productivity. Okay, so for example, in my company, we use different tools for handle our time, for organize our tasks. And I think that those kind of tools can help us for create that balance and be more productive in our daily work. If we can see all of the tasks that we have to do, or which ones are in progress, or which ones already completed, I think that is a good way for being productive employees. If we cannot see our progress, or if we cannot see the things that we have finished, I think it's something that is not good, because if you can see that, I think that it's important, because even your brain knows that you are already completing different tasks. So for those kind of activities, there exist a lot of different tools. For example, in our case, we use Kanban board in my company. So that's a good one for have that work-life balance in software development area. And I know that it's not just used in my field. It's used in different fields as well. In fact, I think it was created in manufacturing, creation manufacturing cars in Japan. I think in Toyota. It started there. Then they shared the idea for applying in different fields as well. That's my opinion. What about you, Artur?
Yeah, I think that uh, a way that you face the technology, I think that is very important, because sometimes people don't are not prepared to change the way that they are working. And maybe if you start to use a technology or different programs in your area, maybe can change the I don't know how to say, but bore that people. So maybe in this time you can feel more vulnerability, because I don't know. I work as a civil engineer, and nowadays I learned how to use some software, but the engineer that are that finished his graduation know how to use a lot of programs, and for him maybe this will be more easy to use in his work. So I think that this balance uh, can be aggressive for others, and the easy for others. So for me, the when I use the technology, that's okay, but I know it all these people that don't use it, don't like it to use a program that he always put the information there to control more productive activities. And when you are in a company that you have the indices to look to understand to put in the another meetings, maybe can affect you, and I think that's it. What about you, Washner?
And I agree with you all. And I think technology impacted a lot of mm, our work life, of course. Uh, because imagine if you can call one by one by one with your team. It's not useful, and today there are many tools that you can use for this, like Zoom, Google Meeting, and many many tools. And maybe is that's its technology. It's so important today for work life. I think there are not cons about technology.
You're finished, Washner. I think with this in this question, for example, like Christian said, I use Kanban. Kanban, it's good for control the things, what you need to do, what they're finished. It's more easy for example, I have for my balance, work-life balance, for example, I have a smartwatch, and this smartwatch remember sometimes I need to go, I need to walk in, I need to drink, because I work from home. It's usually I stay in front of the computer 8 hours of my day. And for example, it's one example of the technology for improve the work life. This balance, sometimes it's difficult when you work from home, because we stay in front of the computer all the time. When I remember, when I studied in the office, I walk and I spoke with other persons. It's totally different, the experience when you work from home. And the smartwatch is a simple thing, but help me for remember, drink water, walk in, move on. And I think it's a simple example, but for me, it's work very well. Guys, we have a time for one more question. I think it's the question number 10. What skills are essential for professionals to thrive in a tech-oriented work environment? The question number 10. I think in my area, for example, now I need to study more about Power BI, Python, automation. It's these skills, it's very essential in my profession now. The English, it's one tool. It's very important my job now, but study more about data in my area in the engineering. I think it's essential now. And for you, Arthur?
I'm studying. It's not technology, but it's I'm studying English because I would like to work in multinational company. So in Brazil we have a lot of companies like Whirlpool, ArcelorMittal, Caterpillar. So I think that's the important, and the another ones like Power BI, data. I think that's the important skill. I think that you have to be curious and be able to study, to learn different abilities, different develop different ability skills and different softwares that can help you in our work, in our job. And you, Christian?
So, I would say that in my area it's kind of impossible to learn all of the technologies that exist. I think that it's important to choose one stack of technologies to try to master. So, for example, if you want to work with MERN, with MongoDB, with JavaScript, so you have to choose one stack. And in my case, I work with Windows technology like C Sharp, ASP.NET, and so on. But something interesting about it is that some people think that you just have to learn the new technologies, but they have to understand that it's important to learn really how programming works. So you have to go to the basis from the new technologies, like nowadays in the test that you do for applying a new job here, or in for a software developer position. And normally the recruiters ask question about the basis, like solid principles, design patterns, that are kind of the basis. It's not the new technologies that appears, and those kind of bases you can apply in different language of programming. So it's important to know it, to master every single kind of language that you want to learn. Another thing, it's as well English nowadays is essential, is crucial, because everything that we use, every single code that we write as well is in English. And if you want to work in a multinational or in a company abroad, you must speak English. So it's important. Another one is communication, because if you can speak for example, being able to speak one language doesn't mean that you are able to communicate something in a good way. So I think that communication is crucial as well. Convey your ideas, show your ideas, and as well teach the things, or the things that you think that you have in your mind in an accurate way. That's important nowadays. That's it. What about you, Washinar? What's your opinion?
Yes, you said it all, and I have also used Power BI. I use GitHub a lot, and other development tools. But today I see that English is essential because everything in technology is done in English. So today I'm focusing more on English and not just on code. And because it's changed a lot, language change and technology. There is our life. Maybe that's it.
But I think for you guys, Washner and Christian, the technology is more easy because it's part of your routine. But for us, sometimes it's crazy. For example, when do you need to study about Python, develop a new thing with Python or Power BI? For us, it's very stranger, and it's not part of our routine. But for example, the manager in the company where I work now say all the engineers need to study more about programming, Python, Power BI, because it's in 5 years, it's part of our routine every day, and we need to improve. It's not easy for us because it's not part of our we don't use this, we don't develop. I finished my graduate 70 years ago, guys. I don't imagine you use these things, but it's part of the process. Sometimes it's asusta, but it's part of the process, develop and understand this movement in our career. Now it's time for say bye-bye for the guys